Well, you know, each week we bring in our pet vet, Dr. Sandy Norman. She helps us keep our pets happy and healthy. And it's also nice to have you here this Monday. Sandy, thanks so much. We're looking forward to Easter at the end of the week. That's great for us, but it can be problems for our pets. Two of our favorite things, and that is the Easter lilies that are so lovely, and my favorite, which is the chocolate. So let's start with the candy, the chocolate, and how that can be a problem.
Well, the chocolate's a problem because dogs don't have the enzyme that digests chocolate, and it's mostly the dark chocolate. But it's very size dependent. So if you have a little dog, they don't need much, as opposed to when the Labrador eats it, he can probably eat a little chocolate and not have trouble.
Yeah.
The problem is it's the pure chocolate, and they don't digest it. They can get ill very quickly. So if they do eat the chocolate, and nonetheless, if it's not that toxic, it usually makes them sick. So stay away from that. And the other thing in candy is the sweetener is called xylitol. It's used in almost all candies, and the xylitol is very toxic. It causes an insulin surge and a low blood sugar, and that you can't mess around with. You have to go to the veterinarian and have that treated, because the blood sugar drops so low, they become lethargic, they even start seizuring, things like that.
And we're not saying you're going to feed your dog chocolate. No. We're saying they're going to get into those Easter baskets.
You bring out all this new spring stuff, and they're so curious. They have to get into the baskets, the grass, the candy, everything new that you bring out, the plastic eggs, all that stuff they're going to chew up. So I always tell people to buy your favorite treat. Is it a nylabone? Is it is it a nylabone? Is it a rawhide? Is it a rope chew toy? Just buy that for them. Keep them busy. Keep them out of the basket.
Good idea. So let's talk about Easter lilies, and that's more something a concern for your cats, right?
Yeah. Easter lilies, tiger lilies, all the lilies families are very toxic. And you know, cats, you put a plant on the table and they're right up there. Mine are right up and they're chewing on it. And unfortunately, they're very toxic. They cause kidney failure. And that's something that has to be treated right now. So my suggestion for people with lots of cats is don't do lilies. Just don't do them. I mean, get something else. And pets, you know, they make these little pots of grass. You can go for, get them something that they can chew them, or get their favorite toy.
And the favorite toy is good. And you brought in a toy not because, well, as an example, I guess you could give your pet, but also because people are tempted to get the live version of those, right?
They sell little chickens and little ducks and little rabbits. They're so cute. I'll buy that for Easter. No, because they all grow up. That little tiny yellow fuzzy chick grows into a hen or a rooster. The little tiny rabbit grows into a rabbit. That needs commitment. So I always bring a stuffed, this is a stuffed duck. I always bring a stuffed duck or a stuffed rabbit or stuff, and I say buy the stuffed version, don't buy the live version. So don't be tempted and say, oh, isn't that cute for Easter? Unfortunately, the day after Easter, it's still there. It needs to be fed and cared for, and it grows up and gets bigger and bigger. So I was bringing a stuffed animal and say, buy the stuffed variety. They don't need near as much care.
But we do want to offer a pet for adoption if you're looking for one.
Yeah,
we do have a cute guy.
And this is Frank. And Frank was with us before. Frank's a Beagle mix. He's a very nice dog. I got to meet this guy, and he's such a nice dog. So if you can give Frank or one of his friends a home called the Humane Society of Indianapolis, he's a very nice dog, very sociable, gets along with kids, so please give them a call. And if you can't take Frank home, I'm sure there's somebody else there you can take home to fit in your family.
Dr. Sandy Norman, as always, thank you so much for your help, and you have a happy Easter.
You too. Thank you very much.
All right. Sean?